Hello, my name is Kelly McCown. I'm the teacher, author, and owner of Teaching Math and More LLC. Today on the Teaching Math and More channel, we are talking about how to teach with a co-teacher, the 6 co-teaching strategies for success, and what it really looks like in the classroom. The purpose of this video is to help you, the math teacher, do less work and share the responsibilities with a co-teacher. Co-teaching is defined as 2 teachers working together in a shared physical classroom to plan, organize, teach, and assess students. The 2 teachers are the main teacher and the co-teacher. It's a wonderful tool for students to have in the classroom. In the last video, we were talking about how students benefit greatly from having not 1 but 2 wonderful math teachers. Co-teaching doesn't have to be stressful or overwhelming. Let's look at the co-teaching strategies for the classroom. Co-teaching strategy number 1, team teaching. Both teachers are often in the front of the classroom, sharing the responsibilities of lead instruction, with equally active but possibly different roles in a lesson. The pros to this strategy are it can enhance teacher creativity, encourage collaboration, and energize students. The cons to this strategy are it utilizes only whole group instruction and has no options for individualized or group support. It should also be noted that this strategy should be used occasionally, as more subtle student needs can be missed when grouping is not being used. Co-teaching strategy number 2, parallel teaching. Co-teacher and main teacher divide the class in half and instruct them on the same material. Groups do not rotate. Parallel teaching allows the teachers to maximize participation and minimize behavior problems. Pros to this strategy are it reduces the student-teacher ratio and increases instructional intensity. Cons to this strategy are both teachers need to be aware of the timing and pacing when using this strategy so that they're not behind or ahead in teaching topics to all students. Co-teaching strategy number 3, alternative teaching. One teacher manages a large group of students while the other takes a small group of students for a specific instructional purpose. This approach provides instructional flexibility and can be used for enrichment, remediation, assessment, or pre-teaching, as well as for using alternative methods of providing lesson input. Pros to this strategy are it encourages enrichment or remediation for a certain group of students. Cons to this strategy are it does not benefit students in the middle who are not privy to enrichment or remediation needs. Co-teaching strategy number 4, one teach, one observe. One teacher acts as the main teacher while the other gathers specific observational information on student learning, such as students' academic, behavioral, and social skills while in the classroom. Pros to this strategy are it informs both teachers of issues that may be ongoing. Cons to this strategy are it does not allow for the observing teacher to do much else besides observe. It should also be noted that this strategy is only meant to be used occasionally, not every day. Co-teaching strategy number 5, station teaching. Co-teachers divide their class into small groups to provide instruction at separate stations. Activities should be designed to function independently of each other and require approximately the same amount of time with student groups rotating stations. This approach reduces the student-teacher ratio and increases student participation, and also effective monitoring of the students. Pros to this strategy are it increases student participation and engagement. Cons to this strategy are it allows freedom for students, which can cause behavior problems and issues to arise if classroom management is not effective in your room. It should also be noted that this strategy is only meant to be occasionally used, not every day. Co-teaching strategy number 6, one teach, one assist. One teacher acts as the main teacher while the other assists and supports the learners. The co-teacher assists by monitoring student work, addressing behavioral issues, answering student questions, distributing materials, or asking the lead teacher to clarify any developing student misconceptions. Pros to this strategy are it supports the main teacher role and supports the students more. Cons to this strategy are that it does not allow the co-teacher to teach or lead, but rather assist. So for newer teachers that may want to lead or teach a classroom, this can be a sour point for them. Make sure to have your co-teacher included in lesson planning and ideas of how to instruct the students too. A math co-teacher is a support teacher in the classroom. They have many tasks. They can teach students in whole group or small groups. They can help students and extend support when the main teacher is busy or otherwise engaged teaching and assisting other students. Duties can be shared with the co-teachers, such as planning, organizing, teaching, and assessing students. The co-teacher provides extra support and assistance for students, particularly students with individualized education plans that need special assistance. The co-teacher walks around the classroom and monitors students to aid in instruction and practice of math skills. Now let's look at the 7 ways to make co-teaching work in your classroom too. When going through the process of co-teaching, you may want advice for how it can run more smoothly in your classroom. Here are 7 tips to make co-teaching work. Number 1, share the leadership in the classroom. Show yourself both as leaders in the classroom when it comes to being classroom management leaders, teaching, and other tasks. Being able to share leadership in the classroom will strengthen your co-teaching relationship. Number 2, planning together for co-taught instruction. Make sure you get together and plan once a week for 30 to 60 minutes. Time is something teachers don't have a lot of, but your co-teaching will thrive if you make an effort to plan together every week just for 30 minutes. Number 3, respecting and trusting each other. Both teachers in a co-teaching relationship need to be able to trust each other, even if they have different teaching philosophies or backgrounds. It helps co-teachers to have a relationship outside of the classroom so there is a strong foundation to build on. Get to know each other's strengths so you can lean in on each other and make the most of your partnership. At the end of the day, it's important to remember that both teachers are there to support the students. Number 4, communicating honestly with each other even when it is difficult. Communication is crucial to a successful co-teaching relationship. Expect to meet with your co-teacher for at least 1 hour per week to make sure you are on the same page about curriculum and student progress. The more communication time you share with your co-teacher, the better. Number 5, sharing creative ideas and materials with each other. Both of you come to the table with creative ideas for how to teach different math topics. Make sure that you're sharing respectively and it's somewhat equal give and take of the materials too. One teacher should not be doing all the work. Share the load with each other. Number 6, coordinating tasks. This is another way to make sure you're not just one teacher doing everything. Share the responsibilities of planning, organizing, teaching, and assessing students together. This will make teaching so much easier for both of you. Number 7, students view both teachers equally. Present yourselves to students and parents as equals from the moment that you're given the class list. Create a united front by saying we instead of I, and putting both teachers' names on class materials. There is a solution to the problem of how to co-teach. Try teaching with a co-teacher that understands how to assist you in the classroom. You can plan for increased student learning gains and performance when you use these co-teaching tips to be more successful in the classroom. Grab the guide to math co-teaching notes for this series today. It's a 5-part video series about how to co-teach math lessons in the classroom. Each quick 6-minute video will give you tips, strategies, and resources to develop a co-teaching plan for your classroom. Learn how to use flipped classroom techniques, math video lessons, and more. Included are the on-demand video notes, math mastery poster, foldable notes about ratios, and much more. Get clear on how to help your students with the best practices for math co-teaching. For more information about the math co-teaching video series, be sure to check out everything in the description of this video. Thank you for subscribing to our channel, and we'll see you next week for part 3 of the math co-teaching series.